Hey, what's up? This is Chuck, and this is my camper van, Cody. I'm currently stuck in traffic in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. I'm heading out of Gatlinburg into Pigeon Forge. Gonna look at some waterfalls and just kind of get some views today. Yesterday I hiked Mount LeConte. My legs are a little sore, so probably gonna take it easy today. I want to take a little bit of time and just tell you about Cody the camper van. Why I bought the camper van, the conversion process, the upgrades I've done, and just using the van and some of the stuff I've learned out on the road. So I got Cody in 2017. I was working a job as a financial analyst at the time, and I kind of saw the writing on the wall that that job wasn't going to last very long. Started looking into what I was going to do next, and I really liked the idea and the freedom of being able to camp on the road, skipping a lot of the cost of hotels and a lot of the headaches of where am I going to sleep and hotel reservations. It really, you could extend the amount of time you were on the road because you weren't spending as much money. I love that idea. So I did research into stuff like van life. I was really inspired by the Vaniel. There's a website, thevaniel.com, and just lots of time on Instagram, figuring out what kind of van I wanted to do. So I got Cody, got him at a used car lot, and it cost $4,700. Kind of pricey for a van, but some things I really liked about it. It was a 1-ton, it's a 3500 motor, so I knew it wouldn't have any trouble going up mountains, and if I ever wanted to haul a trailer or something like that, I'd have no problem with that. Another good feature, Cody was originally a passenger van, so it had 4 rows of seats in the back. It was able to haul 15 people, and there's windows all through around. There's windows on the side, there's windows in the back, and I really liked that idea of when you're at a campsite, you can see all around. You can see the trees. If you stop at the side of the road to cook dinner or breakfast, you can see the mountain view. Some of these vans are great, but you kind of feel like you're locked into a confined space. And I like that open feeling that the windows brought. Cody's a 2001, kind of mid-miles on it, 115 when I bought it. So I knew it had a lot of life in it. And it's been a good purchase, honestly. I ripped out the seats, and some of the big upgrades I did here. First, most important was the bed. I wanted a queen-size bed. That way, if I ever had someone camp with me, I'd have no problem with, bed space. And I liked, you can kind of see here, I've got the tri-fold mattress. It folds 2 ways and pushes up into a couch in the back. I liked the front-facing couch. That way it opened up the space, and I just think it's probably the best way to use that space back there. It's a 6-inch foam mattress. It's pretty comfortable, actually. That's one of the things I like most about it is you're not missing much. I mean, it's almost as comfortable as my mattress at home. That's nice. I've spent, a month out here sleeping on the mattress, and my back's been fine. Some of these vans, really thin mattresses, and that might be good for a day or two, but when you spend a month out on the road, you're gonna want a nice mattress. Maybe there's some hardcore people out there who could sleep on a brick, but I just like the luxury there. Next thing I did, any camper van conversion, it's got the the fan on the top. You cut a 14 by 14 hole in the roof and you install your vent fan. That's good for exhaust. If you're gonna cook in here, if it gets hot, it's good to get the smoke out of the vehicle. And you don't want to keep it clogged up. Especially, I've got a heater in here too. The Mr. Buddy. So what I'll do in the winter, and I did last night, I'll turn that heater on, I'll crack the fan up, and it's really important you don't you don't use a propane heater in an enclosed space. So that fan, that's probably the second upgrade I did there. I've also got a sink behind me. I've got a big, I think it's 70 gallons per minute motor water pump, and I've got a sink right behind me. I'll show you later. And I've also got a sprayer hose on the door, 2 nozzles for my water. I've got 2 6-gallon water tanks for a total of 12 gallons. And that'll last me a pretty long time. I think I fill up about every 1-2 weeks if I'm not using very much water. So lots of water supply. A sink is really important in a camper van. It's good for washing dishes, brush your teeth, wash your face. You can, in a pinch, even do laundry there if you want to wash your socks or something like that. It's definitely nice to have a sink. Later on, I added the sprayer hose on the door, and that's been really nice as well. You can wash your shoes off, you can wash your feet off, you can take a shower out there. It takes quite a bit of water to take a shower, so I don't do it too often, but I did last night. After I hiked Mount LeConte, I took a real quick shower out there because it's cold. This is February. But I took a shower, and it was nice because I don't really know where the showers are in the Smoky Mountains. Maybe I should figure that out. Also, it's nice, I can spray off the side of the van too if it gets dirty. I can actually do a quick car wash with the sprayer hose. It's good to have that over there. So that's probably number 3 upgrade I've done. Now you can see right here, I've got my stove as well. That's number 4. It's a 2-burner Coleman propane stove. Pretty simple. I've got the 5-pound propane tank that just screws in on the side, and I can cook 2 things at once. Usually I'll do something like rice and then some hamburger, or rice and lentils, sausage and eggs, something like that. Pretty simple breakfast. I don't want to do anything that's too hard to clean because it uses a lot of water to clean. And my sink, it's a good sink, but it's only like 6 inches deep, and I don't want to be scrubbing on the pots and pans too much in here. But that's a good thing for the sprayer hose. If I do cook something like Chef Boyardee, it takes a little more scrubbing to clean it. I can use the sprayer hose on the side. That way I don't get the inside of the van messy. Good. So that's the 4th upgrade I've done to the van. I want to talk about number 5. Is probably the electrical system. It all runs off of a solar grid. I've got a panel on the roof. I've got a 125 AH Deep Cycle solar battery in the back. More than enough power for what I need. You see, I've got the lights. I've got 6 low voltage dimmable LED lights in the roof. Those last for a long time. They don't draw a lot of amps at all. Also on the solar system, I've got the fan, like I said earlier, the exhaust fan. I recently switched to the Max Air, and it's a much better fan. It's quiet, it pulls a ton of air out, and I've really liked the results. I can't remember the one I had before right now. So obviously the water pump in the sink also runs off of the solar system, that Deep Cycle battery, and then I have USB ports all throughout for charging my phone, charging watches, headphones, anything that runs off a USB port. I just plug it in, real simple right there. The van doesn't have to be running, so you don't have to waste gas just charging your phone. Yeah. Lights are on a dimmer switch. I've had some other lights here too. I've got some Christmas lights that flicker on the back. Again, I'll show you those later when I get to hopefully get out of this traffic. Goodness. But those are on AAA batteries, just as kind of a fail-safe in case anything does happen with the solar system. I've got a backup light system too. So that's number 5 of the solar upgrades, of the total upgrades. Then I also have you can see it, the AC converter back there, and that runs off the solar system as well. I can plug normal household battery stuff. So if I have a AC 120 volt camera charger, I'll plug that in there. My Nikon, I have to charge it on that. It doesn't run off USB, unfortunately. You can also do stuff like, I think my vacuum cleaner plugs into a normal household plug as well. And yeah, don't use it too much, but I have it if I ever need it. Solar system's great. You don't want to be out on the road and just be totally reliant on your car battery, because car batteries go dead, and you don't want to be wasting all that gas just charging stuff. So anyway, that's number 5. Number 6, exterior upgrades here. On the roof, you can't see it right now, of course, but I have a huge Pack of Sport container. There's lots of room on the roof because it's just a cargo van. I can carry all kinds of stuff in there, like tents, backpacks, ski poles, boots. It's great to have that extra space. It does tend to get confined in a van like this, so it's nice. Also on the roof, I have I've got a solar light, and it's on its own solar battery system, but there's a little panel up there, and it's nice because it's motion activated. At night, if I'm at a campsite, somebody walks by, it's got a motion sensor and it'll go on, and it's just a good security feature, because a lot of the times, not all the times, but a lot of times, I'm out here by myself, and you know, when you're out in the woods, sometimes backcountry and dispersed camping, there's nobody else around. And who knows, it might be a wolverine, it might be a deer, just something looking for food. You want to have a light go on. It's a nice security feature. I can also turn it always on. That way if I'm camping out there cooking food, I've got a nice broad light on the side of the van. I do a lot of outside cooking with this. The stove, one thing I didn't say about that, I can cook inside the van and I can cook outside the van too. I'll just open the door up and I've got my utensils, I've got my propane, got my burners, all outside there. And I think, again, that's one I saw on Instagram, somebody else. I didn't come up with the idea, I just installed it in my van. And it's really nice to have that, because it's great cooking inside the van, but it's also nice if it's a great day. I mean, you're camping, you're spending a lot of money on a campsite. Why not go outside and cook your meal out there? Outside camping is great if you can do it. So that's pretty much Cody the camper van. It's been great out here. All the places I've traveled and all the places I've used the van. It's really a game changer. You can go further. It's a lot less expensive to camp. You can spend more days on the road because you're more comfortable. The big thing about a camper van as opposed to regular camping, you don't spend all the time packing your stuff up, unpacking your stuff, packing it up, unpacking. You just have your stuff right there. You want to camp outside? Open the door, screw in the propane tank, turn on your stove. Your kitchen's set, no problem. It's also nice because if I'm driving across the country, I've taken several trips to Colorado, I've gone to California, I've gone to Montana, I've gone out west, all over the place. That's a long drive, and I don't necessarily want to spend time looking for a campsite in somewhere like Kansas or Oklahoma. It's nice just to find a truck stop. You know, you've got Love's, you've got Walmart, you've got Flying J's. You just pull in, fill your gas tank, crash for the night, and early start the next morning. I've got all my stuff here. I've got my mattress, I've got my stove. It's no problem. So it's kind of a game changer with long distance traveling as well. What else? That's about all I have. Thanks for watching.